election, and I gotta tell you, that has surprised developers, county leaders, most of all, homeowners. Paulding County is one of the fastest growing counties in the country. People live here for the wide open spaces, more house for the money. But chances are that brand new home will no longer come with old-fashioned mail delivery. Flashback to your apartment living days. Modern day mail is starting to come to centralized cluster boxes, or CBUs.
We got a letter.
Mia Woods and her neighbors got a letter from the post office in April that their home delivery was done.
And that letter was sent to us 24 hours before mail completely stopped.
Almost 3 years ago to the day, a 2012 federal policy to move away from home mail delivery was implemented. It's well known that the post office needs to save money. Its own data obtained by Fox 5 shows it costs $224 per household a year to deliver mail curbside. A centralized box would drop the cost to $160. Mia Woods sits with neighbors.
But they're only signaling us out.
Surprised and confused why some of them have received curbside mail delivery since moving here in October, just to have it stop so abruptly. After delivery was cut off, their mail first shifted to the local post office for pickup until the developer could build a CBU. So we were leaving the neighborhood and thought, well, let's see how long it does take to pick up the mail. Okay, well, we are finally here, but I have to tell you, it took more than 21 minutes to get to the nearest post office. Working families had a hard time making it to the post office when it was open.
In reality, once every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks, I'll go and get my mail.
So the developer, also frustrated, struck a temporary compromise with the federal government. Mail delivery would be shifted to the developer's office, a 4-minute drive.
It's an armoire, a wood armoire, and you open the doors, and basically your neighbor could get your mail. No one would know. They don't monitor it, and if you have a package, it's just hanging out on.
Yeah.
But even this is very temporary. If the developer doesn't get the centralized boxes up by mid-October, their mail will be rerouted again.
It says that our letter will be sent back because we have nowhere of delivering the mail.
We have a perfectly working mailbox that they used for 7 months.
The developer, in a letter to the Fox 5 I team, said a cluster box can be a great idea if it can be planned and implemented properly. Mark Stevenson wrote that the only place for one right now is along a well-traveled road. He says it wouldn't be safe. So you're asking the post office to hit pause. Not stop. Pause. Just hit pause.
Pause on this.
James Touchton with the Council for Quality Growth says the post office has communicated poorly with developers, county planners, DOT, and homeowners associations. He says a lot of localities have complained to him. They're still trying to sort it out. Who pays for the boxes? How about their upkeep? How much parking is needed?
Let's do this the right way. We're not against a better, efficient postal service. We're for a more efficient way of actually implementing this ordinance.
The Council for Quality Growth says they're now getting calls from members of Congress asking what's going on here. A lot of groups outside of the post office just want a moratorium just for a minute on implementation until localities can get these ordinances they'll need on the books. A U.S. Post Office spokesman said in an email they've had no indication of any of these problems we've talked of. And their carriers will work with people so their mail won't get disrupted. We're going to keep an eye on that.
An eye-opener, Dana, and you did that 20